Same thing I found.
Oh yeah.
So there's no way a $2,000 machine can operate like the Ondimed because it's 18,000 less dollars.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly. Isn't that something?
Yeah,
I know.
it's exactly 57.
Yeah, so
Maybe 73.
vascular autonomic signaling.
89.
Yeah, you always want to let it dwell for a couple minutes. You know, you find a spot, let it dwell for a little bit, give it a couple minutes, and recheck.
Oh, this is now treatment.
Yeah, this is, yeah.
Oh.
Now it's self-treatment.
Oh, damn. Then after you find out exactly where you want to be with this thing,
But it's
then
how
what
many
kind
minutes?
of time frame? Yeah.
How long?
Well, you work on them for like an hour. I mean, Sid would, I'd want you to do this yourself at some point, but so I feel the jugular. I like that, and then I'll scroll through the frequencies and.
Offset is will be 0 all the time, like
That's
this, yeah?
pretty far away, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy would definitely say that you'd
This
want
is
to be.
easy.
Yeah, you'd want to be 3 hertz above and below. 682.
Is it easy, huh?
Yeah.
Do you understand it, Ina?
Yeah.
Good.
68205. So now all of these, you know, are potentially right in there. See, the farther I get my finger away, I think, the farther I can go up or down. It's important to get your finger positioned in a way where you can scroll through the whole thing.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
Cool.
Yeah. And I always set it up to where the target frequency is right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
If I can. Yeah, when I'm working with targets, that's what I do.
Kind of nice. Okay.
Huh.
Yeah, and I'll take little notes of each frequency I find. And
But you said 600 or 60,000.
yeah,
It's a cancer frequency, right?
yeah, that's one of their cancer frequencies. Yep, but there's a few 60,000s in there. I think you probably would respond well to all of them.
So, I like on this sweep thing, Jordy. Can you preset those frequencies and then let it run itself? You know, like you wire somebody up and say they're going to do 20 different frequencies. Just let it work itself through those different frequencies on a pre-program.
Yeah. I mean, that's another way we could take a look at it. Is I'll play devil's advocate and I'll run everything with a PFG lab. I want to shoot the computer screen. So I'll close out of this. It's going to be connected.
What did you ask? What did you ask?
Oh, yeah. Bring it away for a second.
What did you ask?
Well, it depends. Do you want this for you?
Well,
Yeah,
What is it?
yeah, it'd be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
And I do it on this little one.
First bring the power on.
You can handle it all the way up. Oh, because you're not hooked. So when you're not hooked, you can do 100.
Yeah. It's all wireless. And this requires 100% power because if you don't, it's turning the signal on and off in the coil. So I just put it to linear graduation. I got a mouse there for you too. And if you want me to move the chair up, I can do that. Or sure.
I ended up doing this hand on the other people just because. No, that's what I think.
Yeah, just go through it.
And then I'll swap. Everybody feels different. Some of them like
Zyto, you got increases and decreases in skin voltage.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of have the same phenomenon going on here, except you're dealing with different systems. You'll feel a little bit of the galvanic skin response. Sometimes you'll feel just a vascular tension change. The brainwaves you're probably not feeling.
The brain will what?
The brainwaves you're probably not feeling, but those are supposed to react the fastest out of any of the responses. The skin response actually takes a couple seconds to load. Like you'd introduce something to someone's body and their skin response changes a few seconds later.
Mm-hmm.
It's slow.
Is that what Anna concentrates on? Why are they so close to each other?
That's fine. But they just aren't like that all the time.
On you?
Anybody
Oh.
expect them like that. So this plasma, there's photons in there. They're directly lending energy to me. They're paired with my brain and the wrist. All the nerves would be connected. I think this works a little bit better than using the contact. Plus the plasma is really bad at running low frequencies. So I'm always getting very good harmonics.
This is a low frequency?
If you put an oscilloscope on it, it wouldn't show 282.1. It would be 20,000 or something. It'd be high.
Mm-hmm. Should take it off, right?
You can, I mean, if you need to. You already did 2 to 300. Oh yeah, you got it. You got it. Good now. Never mind.
I'll take that off right there.
Yeah, I'll cut that part out.
It's so weird how you feel different than the old guy and the lady, and but it's just the strong. It's just so weird. Have you ever gotten used to the weirdness of this all? I know.
Oh yeah, fast. Within a couple months, I mean, yeah, you can expand that. And you lost everything there. That's okay. Just restart it.
Oops. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Oh. This one here. It's this one. Yeah.
Yeah, you might as well.
Oh no, that's not what I was doing. I was just putting it straight to the calculator.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, where is it? Guilty. Oh, you didn't do that? I can change it.
Well, there it is. I was just going to show you.
So normally you would skip the other step and just do it directly here?
Actually, I'm going to use the Mozilla. I had a better option on it.
I wish I could see them. See if I can get the same one.
Okay, I'll get some ones real closer. See that?
Okay.
I'm just taking that window and making it shorter and fatter. So then when you minimize it, you're not entering in numbers that are, off to the side. You don't have to worry about it.
So we restart.
Yeah. Maybe just go 3 to 600.
Will you still respond if I
Yeah.
promise? You said you were like, okay, I promise I will. I wonder if they're the same ones. They should be the same ones, yeah?
Yeah, they should be close. I just care that their harmonics are the same. Remember, the calculator sorts everything out. So
How come I'm not getting all the weird back-to-back numbers like I was before? Like this would have been to be 4.2, right?
yeah. All my serious numbers were all really start to feel it. They are up a little bit higher. But 500, 600, 700, 900. And the better of a job you want to do on somebody, the more tiers and levels you run them through.
Like, I do this once and then I do the 30 hertz range again, and then again, like that.
It would just be twice. You could do it, you know.
How many other times? Like, within like a 6 hertz range? Or what? How would I do it again after the 30 hertz range?
If you wanted to do it 3 times, here's how it would work. You take like the 2 to 900 hertz and you'd look for harmonics from like 1000 to 10,000 hertz. And then you take all those harmonics and then after finding precisely where the points are, the frequency reference points are, you'd again put those into the advanced high frequency calculator and see if it comes out with any numbers.
Why haven't we done that? Why did we do just a one-step thing?
Just so you get used to it. 1 step, 2 step. The main thing is just feeling the reaction. It's going through the motions. You didn't have the internet hooked up to that one, so we couldn't do it.
Do it so many times?
Yeah.
So for this we can. So I'll just get all of these and then I can do it again within the 30
Yeah.
hertz range. Feels so heavy, like going down. Isn't it? Like you're going down.
I can find them going up or down.
What I'm saying is,
When we did on-demand, Wolf would only say work up, but
okay.
I don't know where that's based in.
Like why do you say that?
Why you would say that?
Because it changed, like it.
My experience is like it's the same, but you just be off in different ways. If you're going down to find frequencies, your frequencies will usually be a little bit higher. And if you're working up to the frequency, then your frequency, the ultimate one target, is usually be a little lower.
Then I should record like. I'm still thinking I should just record a little bit below, just because.
But whatever you do, just don't close out the window. That's really bad.
It's so weird how it feels different. I can't get over that. It's the same vascular tension. Everybody should feel the same, but they don't.
Everyone has different voltages.
Like I feel yours down here more than I do up here.
Built backwards.
You're built backwards?
Yeah. Or everyone else's.
That's right. You're the one who's straight up. Maybe it's that I'm close. That your hand is closer to me. I don't know what it is.
Trying to move it further away.
No, it's not comfortable this way. I was wondering if that's why I feel it in my fingers as opposed to my thumb.
Could be. I'm trying not to move at all either. If you have a choice, don't let people sit in a rocking chair.
Have you had people sit in a rocking chair?
You have to, you have to determine if someone gesticulates, if they talk with their hands a lot. If they talk with their hands, then
Don't let them talk.
yeah. This isn't very accurate unless you keep your mouth shut. nice like that.
Does this look like anything? It's so different than last time. That's why I keep thinking it's wrong, because it's just last time the numbers are so different. Remember?
They're a lot of times surprisingly the same. Like
Afterwards?
even if they're different, yeah, it's afterwards. It's the ranges that you get into, and even if it's not the same Lyme or lung frequency, it's usually for the same category.
Huh.
And the thing is, if you run a frequency right, even one time, then there's a chance that the body got enough of that frequency. So you need a slightly different frequency.
So if I just got one right frequency, it still really helps the person, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it could potentially do a lot.
Out of 10 patients, how many would you say you really, really have helped to clear whatever it was really bothering them?
Usually people come in, they say that they want to be all the way better. And they usually don't have even a definition to what that is.
Right. Some of them are so sick they probably don't remember what it's sensitive, but
Right, and it's like the last time you were healthy was when you were 18 and you were 60 now.
I feel like you were
And, but, let's see. You've seen 10 people come in here at least. Right? And out of those 10 people, pretty much everyone had something to say about me. It was good. So it's 10 out of 10.
Do you got these too?
He got me into it.
What he did, like work with you take that or not?
No, he didn't do statistics or anything with it. This, like, what you're doing right here is something that just came out of my mind. I don't know, you could use Syscomp software. I could run this thing like I ran the Omnimed. It could be dangerous. That's what this system is.
So what is that calculator actually for? It's not for this.
A calculator is, well, the other thing you could do is you could take list of CAFL frequencies saying that they're all arthritis and, or say you had arthritis and candida and Lyme, you just stuff all those frequencies into the high frequency calculator and see which ones are similar. That's a way to use it.
So somebody comes in and she's like, "Oh, I have arthritis." We can't just pull
Yeah.
up all the.
We usually just run the arthritis program.
With what I am buying, will I get any sort of like frequency library?
Oh, you'll get all the frequency libraries of that.
Oh, beautiful.
And any new ones that may come out, any new programs. And
Like this. This was. I'm doing this a little bit afterwards. I'm going to do a 5. Yeah. Like I could try to go back and do it again, but it's. I've had to practice the. I know what I'm doing attitude, even if I don't with photography. People like their pictures, and I tell them they look good in their pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't think they're gorgeous if I tell them they're gorgeous. You know? Makes them feel happy about their pictures.
the calculator won't lie though. If you're off base in your frequencies, then you won't get like 10 similar things. You won't get 8 similar things or 4 or whatever it is. You'll never match pairs if you're not accurate.
Right, but it can't be like, whoops, I just got one good frequency for you.
Well, that's why you do the advanced high frequency calculator. If you just did the HF calc, then you'd have a lot of hits and misses. Because it let you run all the duds too. The advanced high frequency calculator will filter out dud reactions.
DUD?
Yeah. Duds or blanks or false positives.
Okay. How far is too far, like, to miss a target? Like, if you actually needed us to, if the pathogen
If
you
you
have,
wanted to run this exact frequency, you need to be within 0.1 hertz. Charbonne says that when you're in the like 600 to 900 hertz range, you need to be within 0.01 hertz.
so actually MORS, or what is it called? The mortality rate of the pathogen,
Moral oscillatory resonance.
Yeah. So that is what? 0.1. So
0.01.
so it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty hard to hit it.
It's 0.2 at like 50,000 hertz.
So it's pretty hard to hit it, really, right?
It's pretty easy doing it this way, but you just do it twice.
So what I'm doing, kind of like it's okay to do it. It's like I go down, and then when it's really strong, I stop and write it, and then I go back up and
That's
write down
fine.
more. Is that okay?
That's fine. Yeah, I'm always looking for as many as I can find.
Okay. As many as we possibly found.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like I'd let go a couple when they're so close. I shouldn't do that.
Probably just enter in anything that you feel. But once the calculator could sort things out, before it's a guessing game. Kind of.
How does the calculator sift things out? Sift out the patterns.
If they're not along the same harmonics, if they don't relate to any other frequency, they're
Oh,
not
that's
even
right.
they're
Yeah,
not
that's
even
all
in
right.
the program for you to check for.
So somebody had to sit down and do all that math for us, huh?
Yeah, someone had to write the algorithms for the calculator that's online.
Like that.
Yeah. I was using GraphPad to graph all the frequencies you found on me yesterday, and I ran a standard distribution on it. The mean frequency was 44062.
What do you want the mean frequency for?
What?
What do you want that mean frequency for? Mean frequency.
I wanted to see if you came up with anything that's in the private frequency library, and it was 1 hertz away from lung support frequency, which is the same as what the Zyto told me that I needed yesterday was lung support.
But 100 hertz, that's a lot.
It's not 100 hertz.
Didn't you say it was 100 hertz away?
1 hertz.
Oh.
Yeah, it was 1 hertz. Yep. It's very close.
But it's still off. It would have to be 0.2 to be on.
Not really, because then you're getting into permeability factors, if that is a factor, and my body, bottom line, responded to what you found on me, not some calculation that's done purely in a lab. So
So you mean to say that?
Yeah, you're getting a direct response from me doing it, so that's the best way. to get direct responses rather than.
So 1 hertz away would be better for you than what the computer is saying you should be.
Right, than what Pulse Tech said would be the
Ideal.
optimal frequency.
So to your patients, you run the 1 hertz off frequency, not the.
I'm just run whatever they respond to. And which is usually just right on. It's cyto frequencies or on-demand fast method drive frequencies.
So, but like in your case, right? I feel like you're 1 hertz off, but I could have made a mistake, so I just run the. You know.
Yeah, you'd have to make a lot of mistakes.
That's just you moving, huh?
Within 3 hertz.
Is that you moving? Maybe it's
Let's
not.
not move.
I think you moved on that one, but let's still write it. Okay. Display?
Well, you can change the quantification to 30 if you want to do that. You can keep it at 10 and see if you got lucky.
I'll see. Don't look. Display? All really
That's
good.
with a 10 hertz graduation. It's not even 30.
Oh, I did good.
Yeah, you did. Go back
I
up.
see it as a grade. Get a 6, get a 7, something like that. That's something grade.
30. Crap, come on. Oh, 1500 more or so.
All those frequencies are supposed to be good for you.
9.
Oh.
12 disciples. Sweet.
So, now what? Now I do it again. So I type this and
Yeah.
that and try to find the
So
exact.
now you'll bring up the PFG lab and you'll run it in offline mode. Offline.
New session. Stored in 2D. During today's date.
Yeah, 4/2/14.
Again. Oh, I didn't do VIS. Sorry.
That's fine.
Alright, add frequency. And I write.
Just watch your spatial relations a little bit because it's hard. You want this free. You want the syscomp program free of any obstructions, so move this down here. Add frequencies, which will also bring down to the bottom right. That way you can see the ranges, you can work with your thing over here.
Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to write down the mean for these. The medium.
No,
Here.
you're not going to write them down, no.
What
You
am I going to write
could,
down?
if you wanted to be a little sloppy, but
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write this and that here and here.
you're going
and
to
then-
set that as the top number. It's 52770. And then the bottom one is going to be 52740.
This one.
Yep.
Right, and I'll do it again. And then I write here the frequency that I write.
You should be able to go a little bit faster these ones. There's 3 9s.
Yeah. What? Is that alright?
Yeah. You see that infrared picture of me where I have like, I took a temperature of myself
Uh-huh.
and it was 99.9.
What? What's that doing?
Oh, don't. You like the touchpad?
Oh.
run through the whole range.
Okay. Let's do it again. Run through whole range first.
Okay. Sorry to make you come down here. You're fine. I just want to make sure you are.
Look at that. You need more circulation. My thumb stays there.
Your thumb print stayed there.
How are you today?
I know, right?
And I usually take my
Run it once and work up a little more slowly.
That's a plus.
There's no flat.
Well, AJ had her, you know, AJ.
How many are there supposed to
We had
be?
a wedding, we had like a wedding like shower. Very much, so I didn't
Really?
do that today. Yeah.
Let me see it.
And there was May 10th. So we like always think that they're, yeah. My birthday was May 1st. Celebrated.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is. Check it out.
Or I'll write it down here so I don't lose it.
I'd write 52760.2.
Why?
That's the first one I found. Yeah, you feel it in there, can't you?
Yep.
I thought it was lower than what you said.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Yeah? Yeah, you're right. I feel something else on here though, don't you?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that allowed?
Yeah, right in the other one too.
Speak again, I can't remember what the number is.
Usually I would record your last
Okay. Now I do these next.
Yeah, so you just have to look at see if you're going to a higher number or a lower number. You're going to a higher number, so 71400.
Yeah. It kind of hurts when you hold it for too long.
That's 71370.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just like, yeah. Oh, was it? Yeah. Yeah.
No.
All right. How's that feeling?
378.
Good, you're all set.
I guess, yeah, it's pretty close. It was like 2 point. Yeah, it's like between 2 and 5.
Yeah.
So
that's
3 is a
all
lot.
right. Yeah. If you want to do 0.35, that'd be fine too.
Like that.
Yeah.
Now the next 9. So I just do
Yeah.
9s and 8s, or just 9 in the first 2 8s?
You can just do the 9s.
5, 7, 6, 3, 0.
Yeah. Gotta do a minimum frequency, 57600s.
5,
7630. Oh, it beat it up for me perfectly. Let's see. The solitons.
What does that mean?
That means it's talking to me. So you're doing a good job. Keep it up.
What does that mean? What do you mean it's talking
It's
to you?
well, it's supposed to be like a time space thing. It's better photon pairing.
Okay.
It's a good property of the plasma. If you want to see. Remember when we were running 56,320, did that to you, but like only when you were sleeping.
You're allergic to something?
Sweet.
Well, don't say that, it might go away. How are you today, Gail? Good. Sure is.
I wish it was 619.6. It'd be sweet.
Why? I can write that down if you want it.
Was it?
It's 7,
is,
yeah.
Yeah.
How? You felt it?
Yeah, I could feel it.
Okay. Okay, I feel like I need to. Okay. That was all 3s, or 3 9s.
Yeah.
Alright, so if I was going to do another, like, 2, would I, it didn't go anywhere, right? It's around here somewhere. I would do the ones with higher spike number for the
Yeah,
ifs,
you could do higher
right?
spike numbers. You could look
So
at
I'll be like this
that.
one maybe?
Yeah.
I could
94760. That's a line frequency. Pretty sure.
This one?
Yeah.
So I would do that one. Then it drops to 7s.
Yeah.
I can do this one.
Drops to 7. 47640. Like the real broiler frequency is 47637.
Oh.
So that's where you just have to know. And then when you do the minimum frequency for that one, 47630.
So what am I doing?
Just put this down at 47630.
Okay, so should I do
Yeah, I think jump
this one?
Yeah, or the 40,000 one too.
This one?
Could be the same. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. Okay, so cancel.
Cancel that. And then you gotta do the minimum frequency first. 47630. Okay, then hit
Where are you
enter.
looking? Out here?
Yeah. Well, it's 40, but just put a 30 because I know better.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah. 47670.
Okay.
Yeah, I felt it down there, yeah. Is it past? Is it right there? Is it down lower?
Here.
Okay.
That's the way thing to do through.
Why I couldn't feel it going on, but I know that the number is the target that people work around is.
Yeah, it's a little lower.
Yeah, put it 638.7. That felt better. I'm happy with that.
Okay. So now.
Don't. I just want to say. I just want to save everything else that you found. The only way to do that.
For fun.
Yeah, because
What are you gonna do with it?
I'll work over the ranges if I get bored. Good job. Found an experimental broiler frequency, and here's my old lab work. Ordering physician, my old ma'am.
Never intervened for anybody else who was enslaved, but intervened for them. This is the story behind that as well, the same idea. He could have softened Pharaoh's heart and had him let the children of Israel go so that there was no bloodshed. No. According to that bullshit story, Yahweh hardened Pharaoh's heart so that he wouldn't let Israel go. So Yahweh had an excuse to get pissed off at him, so he could send the plagues and kill thousands and thousands of Egyptians, all because the king wouldn't let the children of Israel go. And he couldn't let them go because Yahweh hardened his heart in the first place. Jesus Christ Almighty. So you come to this story, you got the same thing. Yahweh hardened these kings' hearts so he had excuses every Sunday night. Praise Yahweh, everybody. Praise Yahweh. We'll be right back.
Are you a chump?
External environment, and it's all done.
All right, everybody, welcome back.
These electrochemical signals.
Going on to our next mass killing here, the story of Anakim.
All of the body.
More giant killings in Joshua chapter 11.
Signals.
Not much spectacular went on here, except that Yahweh got rid of some more giants, we're told. But one has to wonder if these giants were so evil, then why did he create them in the first place? I guess he created them to have something to kill. Or if he wanted them out of the way, why did he have to do so through his chosen ones? Why not just zap them with lightning? We've seen him do it before. Why not just zap them with lightning and not involve the Israelites at all?
That's what's happening. Anyway,
I guess he wanted them to share in the pleasure of bloodshed. He liked it so much. He wanted his chosen ones. But don't forget, if his chosen ones pissed him off and didn't do what he said, i.e., didn't kill for him as many people as he wanted killed that day, well, then he'd kill them too. That's what a loving God does. Anyway, here's another story. The Lord, i.e., asshole in the sky, delivered the Canaanites and Perizzites into Israel's hand. Judges chapter 1, resulting in about 10,000 deaths. In this story, after Joshua died, the Israelites wondered, who was going to lead them on killing sprees in the wake of Joshua's death. So they inquired of Yahweh what they were going to do now. How are we going to kill without this great leader that you gave us, Yahweh?
Electrical current to them.
Yahweh then told them not to worry, because he had already chosen the tribe of Judah to kill the Canaanites and steal their land, according to verse 2.
And so that's exactly what
next followed the slaughter of tens of thousands of Canaanites and Perizzites.
In a more intelligent fashion.
Perizzites. Kind of sounds like parasites. Who are the real parasites here? Anyway, at one point the Israelites captured King Adonibezek, whatever, and cut off his thumbs and big toes, we're told, in verse 6. Oh, yeah, that's real nice. Then this king was brought to Jerusalem, where he later died, verse 7. Such great stories, again, for all the kids in Sunday school class. Cut off their thumbs, cut off their eyes. How is this not morally degrading? How is this not a mind screw job for young kids to be exposed to this kind of bullshit? Pray tell. I mean, serious. How is this any preferable to the bullshit in Hollywood, coming from the same tribe, I might add?
The idea of electricity being produced in living systems, even powerful.
Once again, the message of the Bible
shouldn't surprise us.
Is to get you to become desensitized into accepting mass killings, to accepting stealing, and any other kind of evil you can imagine, to get you to think that these things are acceptable in certain circumstances. It's the old Jewish supremacist message of moral relativism. That's all it is.
What the eel does.
It's their dogma of moral relativism, which Bible believers claim to hate and think that their book doesn't teach it. Of course it does. It's on every page.
But again, we're all batteries, if you will.
The Jerusalem massacre is the next one we'll look at. This is Judges chapter 1.
It's bioelectricity that enables a shark
This story is told in only one verse, actually, chapter 1, verse 8, which says, Now the children of Judah had fought against Jerusalem, and had taken it, and smitten it with the edge of the sword, and set the city on fire. That's interesting. Go back in the Oracle archives there.
The accuracy we have only been able
which
to
pretty much, I think, as of now, or either already are taken down or will be in the next few days.
The difference of electricity versus
I'll keep you posted. I have somebody working on salvaging those archives and posting them up on YouTube. There's already bits and pieces here and there that are posted, but the entire archive is going to be available. I'll let you know what channel that's at, so you can check it out when it's completed. Anyway, the context of this passage makes it clear that Yahweh was behind this deed, since he personally appointed Judah to be Israel's official military machine, as we saw a moment ago. If this burning... but anyway, the reason I mentioned the Oracle Archives is I did a whole show on our little Jewish supremacist friends burning cities down through the centuries. They got the inspiration for that from passages like this. Anyway, if this burning of Jerusalem wasn't Yahweh's will, then again, why would he have appointed Judah to hold this position, seeing that he supposedly could see into the future? So Yahweh was definitely behind this as well. It doesn't say that directly, but by implication, obviously Yahweh was behind this slaughtering of and burning of Jerusalem as well.
Kind of already talked about this.
Then there's this story, 5 massacres, a wedding, and some God-proof iron chariots. Get a load of this one. This is also from Judges chapter 1, verses 9 to 25. This account contains
had a paper that he wrote,
a myriad of killings in this particular passage.
Russian biology journal called Nature of the Variation of the Bioelectric Potentials in the Regeneration Process of Plants.
Anyway, after the Jerusalem massacre that we just read about, the children of Judah went on a Yahweh-assisted killing spree, wiping out a bunch of kingdoms, quote, with the edge of the sword. There were at least 5 cities wiped out in this rampage, we're told. And there would have been a lot more, except for those...
And then from there, we took electrical measurements around...
cursed Yahweh-proof chariots.
Plant had healed.
Get a load of this.
And then sent out a new shoot near the cut.
In Judges 1:19, we read, The Lord was with Judah, and he drove out the inhabitants of the mountain, but could not drive out the inhabitants of the valley because they had chariots of iron. Can you friggin' believe this horse shit? It actually says that. The great Yahweh couldn't defeat those in the valley because they had chariots of iron. Those iron chariots were just too much for the Almighty. What a crack of shit. This book can't even get its friggin' story straight. It wants us to believe he's almighty. He can do anything. But he can't stand up to these iron chariots. Unbelievable. With all of Yahweh's divine power and magic, he was just no match for those damn cursed iron chariots. What a crock of shit. Show that to your Bible-believing friends. What happened to Yahweh's almighty power there?
Acidic. Vitamin C
anyway,
on a grander scale than before.
But, take advantage of passages like this. Have some fun.
Anyway, this scientist then applied...
The next story, the Lord delivers
batteries
Shushan
plants,
Rishathaim.
Augmenting the
story is recorded in Judges 3. In the story, Yahweh was peeved with Israel for ignoring him in favor of other gods. This goes on all the time in the Bible, so Yahweh throws temper tantrums.
Faster than the control plants.
Anyway,
increasing the current.
Thus, Yahweh sold the Israelites into slavery, we're told.
Useful applications.
Notice the pattern here, because the next several stories we're going to look at, the next several mass-killing stories, follow the same pattern. The authors of these particular stories, or author or whatever, must have gotten, must have run out of material. Just like in Hollywood, a lot of times they'll push movies out that have the same recurring theme. They just change the names and the places, but it's the same basic theme. You can tell the writers are starting to run out of new ideas. So that's what was going on here. You're going to see this same pattern repeat. The Israelites turn to worshiping idols, and then Yahweh gets pissed off, and then he sells them into slavery. Anyway.
When the wound was
so here we see he sells them into slavery. And then this unpronounceable frickin' name here, Chusham Rishathayim, was the happy buyer, we're told. He bought the Israelites into slavery. Judges 3, verse 8. Then we're told that the Israelites became his slaves for 8 years. But then, we're told, the Israelites cried out in unison to Yahweh, and he thus raised up Othniel, who was the first judge of Israel.
Mike Anthony there.
Then the Spirit of the Lord came upon Othniel, and he went out to war. Verse 10. When the Spirit of the Lord comes upon you, watch out. You're going on a killing spree. He went to war, of course, with the guy that Yahweh sold the Israelites to in slavery. The very guy that Yahweh delivered the Israelites over to.
Herbal formula, rapid.
Remember this pattern. You're going to see it repeated over and over and over. Yahweh gets pissed at Israel because they worship idols. He sells them into slavery. And then later, when Yahweh calls out, when the Israelites call out to Yahweh for help to deliver them from that slavery, Yahweh raises someone up and kills the very person and all of his constituents. Kills them all for enslaving his people.
Out of my body, pretty much.
When he set the whole thing up in the first place.
And,
do you see this pattern? Over and over this happens in the Old Testament. Yahweh sets people up
an effort to just
and then kills them.
I thought it would be a week or two before we even think of being able to take
I do some we did some testing, put it in the calculator here.
About 10 of those pills. Within 10 to 15 minutes, I was getting up, taking my shirt off, getting ready to take a shower. I called him right away. I couldn't believe it. I was actually in tears. I'm like, you weren't kidding. This stuff is absolutely amazing. I don't have any pain. And the pain never came back. Over the next month or so until I was fully healed, the pain never came back. When I say fully healed, actually, within just a couple of weeks. That's the name of the herb implies, the herb formula, rapid heal. It not only took the pain away, but it healed it much quicker. I went 2 weeks later for a post-op exam, for a follow-up on the surgery, and the doctor was amazed. He said, I don't understand it. The x-rays show that you're almost completely healed. You're way ahead, weeks ahead of where you should be. I didn't say anything right away. He comes over with his pad of paper, and he's going to write me out another prescription for painkillers. Well, I imagine you're just about out. You must need some more painkillers. I said, no, I'm all set. He said, well, what do you mean? I said, I don't have any pain, Doc. He said, well, that's not possible. What do you mean you don't have any pain? I said, that's what I told him. I said, well, I have a friend, an herbalist. He's been supplying me with these herbs that have not only removed the pain, but that accounts for the rapid healing that you just described. He didn't want to hear it. He turns around and changes the subject. Pretty pathetic. But anyway, I hope to bring that all up in light of this discussion on electrochemical signals and how electricity can be used to rapidly heal wounds. I gotta wonder if these herbs were stimulating more electrochemical signals being sent from the brain to the wounded area. These herbs, the nutrients in these herbs stimulate that? Do they incite more stronger electrochemical signal from the brain to treat the wounded area and causing the rapid healing process, which is what you get when actual external electrical charges of the right type are applied to a wounded area. Who knows? But in any case, stuff worked miraculously. Anyway, in this book, Bioelectric, we're not talking about electricity and salamander limb generation. During the 1920s, Italian scientist Piero Locatelli made a fascinating discovery regarding salamander leg regeneration. He discovered that an extra leg would grow if a nerve was rerouted so that it ended near an intact leg. He cut the large sciatic nerve partway down the salamander's hind leg, leaving it attached to the spinal column, and carefully threaded it up under the skin so that its end touched the skin near one of the forelegs. An extra foreleg had sprouted there as a result, kind of like grafting with a plant, with a tree's limbs. When she placed the nerve end near a hind leg, an extra hind leg was observed to grow. Pretty bizarre stuff. You could also argue it's kind of sick, treating an animal this way, but nevertheless, pretty fascinating the results that she got. It didn't matter where the nerve was supposed to be. The kind of extra structure depended on the target area. This indicated that some sort of energy, electrical, from the sciatic nerve was adapted by local conditions that determined the pattern of what grew back. The sciatic nerve thus would appear to be the main wire, if you will, through which the current of regeneration flows from the brain. So again, biological systems are very electrical in nature. Anyway, let's look at planarians. Interesting discoveries being made there as well. In 1952, two scientists, G. Marsh and H.W. Beams, made some fascinating discoveries regarding planarians. Those are those freaky worms, if you remember from science class back in high school, that you could cut in half. And lo and behold, each half would, crawl away in two different directions and would grow into two fully functioning planarians. You could cut them laterally, you could cut them transversely, it didn't matter. Each one would continue to live and fully regenerate itself and become two separate individuals. Really bizarre stuff. Anyway, these scientists found that the flatworm's polarity, like that of the hybrids, could be controlled by passing a current of electricity through it. The direct current was fed in the proper direction to a section of the worm. Normal polarity disappeared and a head formed at each end. It had two heads on one body. As the current strength was increased, the section's polarity reversed. The head withdrew at the rear and the tail at the front. Very strange stuff. At higher voltages, even intact worms completely reorganized, with the head becoming the tail and vice versa, all according to the electrical charge. The natural electric field of the flatworm, therefore, is what guides the development, obviously, of its body structure. So, they literally changed the whole makeup of the creature simply by applying electrical charges, depending on the area it was applied and the intensity of the charge. So electricity, ladies and gentlemen, has everything to do with proper body function. It has everything to do with how the body feels, how the body moves, how it develops. And so now you've got to ask, well, does the Earth's magnetic field and the Sun's magnetic field, which we're influenced by, I mean, we're inundated, surrounded by it, does it influence us? Well, of course, all electrical charges, electromagnetic fields, have an influence on us, positive or negative. Since the Earth has a powerful magnetic field, it would follow that this field would indeed have an effect on the human body, or any biological system for that matter, since all light operates under, again, electrical processes. And sure enough, many experiments and observations over the years have confirmed this. For example, statistics show that psychiatric wards show huge increases in people being committed or in already admitted patients showing major increases in violent behavior during flare-ups of magnetic storms spawned by increases in solar activity. So there are, it's not just a superstition, there are correlations between solar activity. Just like, telecommunications are affected by solar flares, so is human behavior, because both depend on electromagnetic energy, or electrochemical energy, in case of biological systems. Anyway, the Earth's magnetic field affects the body's time clock, which is run by the pineal gland. This gland, located deep in the brain, produces melatonin and serotonin, which control all biocycles, including sleep time, cell division, growth, and repair, and so on. Anyway. So, these cycles, I'll do a show sometime on cycles in the world, the biological and the inanimate world. It's pretty fascinating. Everything follows a pattern of recurring cycles. Anyway, that's the topic. These cycles have actually been disrupted when weak magnetic fields are placed near the head, overpowering the effects of the Earth's magnetic field. What results is either an increase or decrease in melatonin and serotonin production, depending on how far or near the magnetic field is to the pineal gland. And then, again, the fact that not more research is being done on this, and you can see that obviously this can have tremendous reverberations for health. It's so disgusting. Anyway, the sun's magnetic field exerts, of course, an influence on biological systems as well, as we already mentioned. The 11-year sunspot cycle, for instance, appears to spike flu outbreaks and it peaks every 11th year. Also, increases in solar flare activity has been observed to have the same effect. What probably occurs here is that the human immune system becomes adversely affected by the extrasolar radiation reaching the Earth's surface, making us more susceptible to viral infections. It's just amazing, though. These seemingly subtle energies have a definite, profound, observable measurable effect. Anyway, this is about to be all the time we got for today. I'll definitely pick up with this and finish this discussion tomorrow. Lots more to be said on this, but just another aspect of the complexities of life that most people take for granted. You don't even stop to think about this. But, start asking yourself, how did this come about? How did electricity come into function? And by the way, this ties into plasma cosmology.